Anyway, Alex, my trading warrior brother.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
How
Thanks.
how are you, Mr. Gann? So what I remember from our last interview was April was going to be an important time frame because that was 1 year from the COVID crash. So,
Mhm.
right? Is my memory okay for an old man?
Yeah. Quite okay.
Okay. So here we are in May. Uh, Go ahead and tell us what we're looking at. Looks like you did a little work for us today, Alex. So
Yes.
looking forward to what's on your radar.
Um, I want to concentrate on cycles and timing today. I won't repeat those GAN basics again and again and again because I think we have had a quite important time now. Um, As you can see here, I brought up a Dow Jones chart. There is currently a high. We have a high in, and you said it before. DAX, the German DAX, is the stronger part at the very moment. Why is that?
Why is the DAX outperforming?
I personally have two theories. The first theory is that DAX just catching up to the previous move of US markets. And
the dollar?
Second, we have dividend season here.
Flows into euros for a while, translate into stronger gains for euro-denominated assets.
Which is also a good point. Yes, but dividend season here is not so unimportant because, as you know, DAX is a performance index and all those reasons.
Can you turn your audio up just a little bit, buddy?
Yeah. Is it better now?
Oh yeah,
Good.
Great.
So I stopped at the dividend season. DAX is a performance index, and all those dividends paid out are going to be reinvested into the index itself. So it's a seasonal thing now. Yeah.
Okay, dividend season. So it has to do with maybe stocks going ex-dividend, or
Correct.
This is dividend season now when they're reporting earnings.
It's the time where the stocks are going ex-dividend and those dividends are reinvested into the index.
Okay. All right, so I see 180 days, 180 degrees, half rotation, change in trend. Is that where we're at?
Yes, this is correct. This is Dow Jones Industrial. This is working for the Dow. As you might know or not, DAX made another all-time high this morning, but it wasn't sustainable at the very moment because we are like 100 points off the high. Yeah. The sitting high in this time frame I'm looking for, the 180 days currently implies for the US markets, which is in fact the leading market. So when I'm doing
around the total lunar eclipse, I'm having a hard time following you. So are you looking for a high? I see you have total lunar eclipse. Is that May 21st?
Correct. 26th.
26? Okay, I saw like 21 down there. Okay, so it's May 26th. It's a total lunar eclipse, and you're saying something about that markets turn on these eclipses? So you have other examples of turns. Well, I mean, there weren't that many turns. Mercury retrograde, total lunar eclipse, no solar eclipse on there. So, Alex, why don't you, in your own way, instead of me putting words in your mouth, here we are in the Dow. Are you looking for a new high in the Dow?
No, personally not.
Okay, new high in the S&P?
No.
Okay, NASDAQ was the weakest sister here in the US besides Russell. So we've peaked before the eclipse, is what you think?
Yes.
Okay.
I think this high might be in right here at the end of the 180-day cycle. So
Okay.
we'll see.
Okay.
So what do we have here? I also want to talk some macro things today. I mean, everybody knows this market is on fire because of those guys here.
Yeah.
You agree with me?
Yeah, I do.
It's the same here in Europe. So yeah.
You know what people will get confused about? A lot of people think tapering is tightening when tapering is just less buying.
Mm-hmm.
It's not reversing and selling and doing, reverse repos and things like that. So, okay. All right.
I have another interesting thing here. I tried to put the US GDP in relation to total public debt. That's the blue line here. And this is S&P 500.
Yeah, quite a divergence.
Yes, that's the point.
Is that what you're? Okay.
Yeah, that's the point.
Okay, so it would be any correction in the S&P would be like a reversion to the mean.
Yeah.
Type of trade. And where do you think that would take it back to about 2,500? The S&P.
I try to show you a good. So where is it now?
Your charts are beautiful, Alex.
Thanks. So I'm just bringing down this zoom bar. I have a monthly S&P. No, that's not that I want to show. Yeah, this is good. This is good.
Wow, there's a lunar eclipse right around my birthday.
So I have this scan sequence starting from the post-financial crisis low in March 2009.
Yeah.
With the miraculous number 666 on S&P, everybody knows that. That's the ideal, the dotted line, the dotted light blue line is the ideal 45 degrees.
Yeah.
So price and time would be in harmony at this line. So we are quite above it.
3,500 that comes in 3,800. Okay.
Yeah, around this.
All right.
When we look at the Dow again, because that's the same line, the timing is the same. It served as support here.
Okay. All right.
And so also for the Dow Jones, it would be the first correction target for me.
What if we have something like we had in COVID from up here or even a little higher? That could just be a correction of the advance from the COVID crash. Say, for example, we have a break like we had in COVID last year in the spring from wherever we peak now, have some type of symmetry with that. That would take us down to what, about 2,500, wouldn't it?
Well, that would take us at least down to the COVID lows. But not in the same, not same aspect like time. So
it would be more of a long, drawn-out grinding decline than a crash.
Yeah, correct.
That's what you're looking for.
I mean, it should be a balanced decline, in my opinion. It was too fast in February, March 2020.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, what's your preferred short? Right now, mine is NASDAQ. Has been for a few weeks. I think it's the first to peak. What's your preferred short in the indexes? All of them.
I recently I really got a fan of the Dow Jones. I mean, it's a beast, and many of my colleagues don't like to trade it. But I don't know.
You like the Dow?
Yeah, I'm getting in love with her.
Okay, in love?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, I'm married to ducks, but she disappointed me.
Oh, the Dow is your mistress.
Yeah.
You European guys who can get away with that. Okay, so anything, so the DAX you think has topped, huh?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, the DAX is a joke right now. I don't know how to say it better. Yeah.
Well, Nick X says that what was it? Let's see, that the most volume, the biggest money on earth goes into the Dow. Nick X says, okay, so you're not alone for liking the Dow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else you have a crush on? Like gold? What do you? I know you mainly follow DAX, but are there any other asset classes? And tell me if you agree with this. I've been talking about it's really all one market, Alex, and everything went down into the COVID crash, and in different magnitudes, everything's gone up, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we really have a bear market in S&Ps, wouldn't you expect everything to come off except maybe the dollar?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. I mean, I brought another chart up here because it's quite interesting in terms of cycles. Again, cycles and timing. This is a monthly chart of the S&P. Going back 360 months, because 360 degrees equals to a full circle, again, etc., etc. Going back 360 months, we are here for the starting point of that sequence.
Right.
That's again the ideal 45 degrees line. Just look at the arrows, how well this fits. So this gives me some reason that this is quite a heavy, quite some resistance here at the one.
4,400 up there.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people looking for that number.
There isn't top for 238, I think. Yeah. I mean, it exactly touched the 45 degrees line.
Yeah. Okay. So
this is absolutely brought to the point of timing, not of
yeah.
price. So this is only in terms of timing.
Okay. All right. So do you think there's a possibility that we could make some additional highs into the month end, into the eclipse? I mean, you believe,
It is
huh?
possible. It is possible. Sure, it is possible because everything is possible in this market.
Well, I mean, that's kind of, I'm thinking there's another high in S&Ps.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's pretty much exhausted by now.
Okay. I know I am. Do this. Do this for 40 years.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Okay. Are you following any of the manias, Alex? I mean, what would Gann say about crypto and NFTs and SPACs?
You
What do you
got
think
me
he would
now.
be thinking, huh?
You got me now. No, I'm not. I'm absolutely not into crypto. No.
Yeah, okay. And
I'm not saying it's bad or something, but no, I'm concentrating also from my day job at the bank. I'm concentrating at the big indexes and yeah, that's it basically.
okay. How are you drinking decaf or?
No, never,
Oh, okay. Okay,
never.
good. I thought you may have been. All right. So, anything else you want to share with us today, buddy?
Those 4 points probably here on the right side.
Inflation, unemployment.
Yeah, just to think about
Yeah.
economically, the markets are at all-time highs. What about inflation? What about the employment situation? What about the central bank balance sheets and the national debt? I mean,
Yeah, it's kind of a toxic mix for having parabolic prices.
yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
yeah. I mean, everybody knows that, and I think it's just a matter of
well, what about the vaccine and people moving around again in America and starting to in Europe? You don't think that could fuel another hurrah, or it's already baked into the market? The market was anticipating this reopening. Wouldn't the biggest disappointment be, and I know there have been some breakthrough deaths of fully vaccinated people. Wouldn't that be something that would turn the market on its head this fall if there was a variant that the vaccine was not effective against? What do you think?
I'm sure most of the vaccine euphoria is priced in at the moment. I mean, if you look at the share prices of Pfizer, AstraZeneca, or Moderna, one could assume that they are skyrocketing 200, 300, 400%, but that's not the case. So they're pretty much there as before November 9th, the famous vaccine spike. So actually, also here in Austria, we are opening cafes, bars, and hotels tomorrow. And there will be, and that's not bad. There will be some travel again in summer, around the summer. But I fear that latest in September, numbers are increasing again, and the variants of the virus are most probably dominant, and the vaccine won't be as effective as to the original variant. So yeah.
Okay, so just for me to, kind of get the main bullet points of this interview, you believe markets have peaked, um, and we're in that time cycle where we've already peaked, and um, the lunar eclipse could be maybe a failing rally up
Yeah,
there
yeah,
on the eclipse. Is that what you're thinking? Maybe a failing rally, not quite
yeah.
new highs?
I mean, it's an important mark here. Um, in terms of timing, it's really critical right now. As long as U.S. markets do not put another all-time high in, um, the direction is down in terms of timing.
Okay. Oh, and how long do you think this could play out? For years from this high? For a year? For 8 months? Maybe into the end of the year? I mean, you're the time guy. So if this is a major high,
Yeah,
and not just a high for a, run of the mill correction, is this a generational high?
it feels like, and also the economic situation and also my logic tells me that the only healthy correction in the market would be a long correction, not
Okay.
4 weeks, not 2 years. I mean, there is not much left what central banks could do against decreasing stock prices. So
Okay. They couldn't, the Fed hasn't come in to buy shares yet, unless you believe in the plunge protection team.
yeah,
That may
yeah.
be an option, don't you think? I mean, they've done it in Japan, where the central bank comes in and buys stocks. Do you think
Um,
our Fed will do that, or the Bundesbank or ECB would do that?
at the current law, at least the ECB is not allowed to do that.
They're not allowed to. Okay. All right. Um, Important interview, Alex. Alex is declaring a high. Thinks that any rallies here will be failing rallies, and that we're going to have not a crash, but a traditional grind them down bear market.
Correct. Yeah.
I got you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm a pretty good translator.
Yeah, yeah, perfect.
What language were you speaking? No, I'm kidding you. All right. So you do better with English as your second language than I do with anything as a second language, Alex. It's always, look, it's always a pleasure to see your charts. I know a lot of work goes into it. And
Yeah.
you were, you said last time that, April was going to be an important time frame. And I think NASDAQ peaked late April, early May. So, I mean, you're there for that. And appreciate you coming on and sharing your work, buddy.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, and good hunting, and hope that you clean up on the spare moves that you see coming.
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Thank you.
Alex. All right, everyone. That's a wrap for Turnaround Tuesday. Looks like the metals are coming off a little bit, and you can join the team. Um, you could join the team at in 20 minutes for the morning edge, and Blake will break out the bias chart, and you have the rest of the team to answer any of your questions that you have. Good hunting. Enjoy the rest of the day. And don't forget, don't just count your pips, count your blessings, and see everyone tomorrow. Oh, yes, about a book recommendation. All right, how about Market Wizards? How about In the Zone, Mark Douglas? How about those two? Okay. You're welcome, Gorkum. I'm sorry, I don't trading for a living. There you go. Okay, that's another good one from Khalid. All right, everyone. Good luck the rest of the day. See everyone tomorrow. Adios. And join the team now in 19 minutes for the morning edge. You got to be sharp in the morning edge. Shalom, Amira. Stay safe, bro. Thank you, Steve. Glad you enjoyed the interview, bro.